What's going on, guys? So today on this SHOKY, kind of third party, not really a transformer, but a transforming thing review. We have another Beastbox. I told you I got a lot of them all at once, if you guys recall. And this is the first of a really good new mold, and it is the BB15 Teardrop. It's an alligator. Or a crocodile. I don't know which one. You got a new interesting emblem there. You got, of course, the kind of breakdown internal schematic-y looking version of it there. 52 toys coming out of its mouth, which is kind of actually cool. It's like he's yelling 52 toys at you. And you come over here, you got beast mode, box mode. You come into the back, you got the nice artist rendition of the Alligator, which is kind of cool. And you got a little fishy guy there. He does come with like weapon creatures, which is interesting. You got alligator, fishy thing, box mode, it's a thing, made in China. It is what it is. All the breakdown info of things, I really have no clue what any of that is. So I know some of that is designers and talks about the plastics and things like that. You got phone numbers, customer at that. You got a Cyborg Man. Copyright 2019, cool. And then over here, nice other colored rendition there. So you got Teardrop there, and I don't know what the thing says there. It's in a language I can't read. It's in Chinese, and I'm not. So this one I did do, actually all of these I did an out-the-box review for, which is somewhat irony because he is a box. So he is already good to go. If you're a patron, you should have watched this video already. Did you? I don't know. And also, if you want to see my out-the-box reviews, I'm starting to make them public on the secondary channel after the original review has been out for about a week. So patrons got to see it first. Then you guys get to see the regular review, and then if you want to see my initial thoughts and all the cool stuff that I do with it right out of the box, they'll be available over there, after the fact. So let me get it out of here, and we'll look at him. Okay, so here we have him in his box charger, which is cool, and you got the Alligator logo there, and a little paw print sort of thing there, and so that's pretty cool. But let's look at everything that comes in the box while we're at it. We have his little fish accessories here. They're like little piranha cannons or something. I don't know exactly what they are, but you get two of them, even though I think he technically only ever uses one, so to speak. You get a character card, which is pretty cool. And you can see there, he's literally shooting the gun with his mouth, and it looks almost like a water beam, bubble beam. It's Pokemon now. I don't know what he's shooting at. It looks like just a pile of rocks, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, see, there's another one in the water behind him. And then you come to the back and you got defense, intelligence, speed, courage, all that kind of nonsense. And it says, an elite fighting force for multi-environment warfare, Teardrop is born with the instinct to blend in with surroundings no matter where he goes. All friendly's environment will help offer support to him in the most modest and humble way. According to him, all achievements are the payoff for his belief. That's kind of weird. They also have another one that's called like Smoke in it or something like that. And it's like a fire smoky based alligator. It looks pretty cool, so I'll be picking that one up. So we'll set that aside. You do have the plastic spring dealie. If I never really show those off, this tells you essentially how to bend it so that it'll work. I've never had one effectively work. You also have the plastic sleeve for that. And then you have the instrucciones, which are there. Lock, unlock, caution, forbidden. That's cool. I like how they have the breakdown thing. Don't do this! So this is the instructions if you are taking him from Gator mode to box mode, and then the reverse is also true. I might have to reference these as I have not messed with him in like a few weeks since I got this. And it has a very unique transformation, which I did not actually figure out on my own. I know, it's sad, but take him out of the box. Set the box back there. And for comparison real quick, we do have the Wally. I mean, they're all essentially the same size. D10s are the only ones that come in a different size. And, of course, we still have a quarter of a cube here for comparison of sizeness. And you can see already, like, the way he sort of transforms. You've got some alligator feetsies here and stuff like that, and little bits and pieces split up there. You got a lot of the details. Got some brown paint, some yellowish paint, some orange tampo detail. The tampo stuff looks really good. The yellow paint sucks. But if any builder knows, yellow paint sucks. Like, it is just not easy. There's just no good way, especially when you're painting on green. I mean, what even are we doing with our lives? So let's see here. I don't recall which side need to break in half. I think it's here. So here's the confusing part. So both sides sort of transform in a similar fashion. but it also splits right down the middle. It's a little bit weird. I also believe that there's the shark one that is coming, Sharkira, which is one of the craziest names I've ever come up with. Also, why is it called Teardrop, but then, Arigato right there on the side? I know what Arigato means, but, why wouldn't they just name it Arigato? So you want to split it here, and by all means, that's going to happen a lot. Coming off the ball joints like that happens a lot. So you got tabs that are tabbed in there, so you kind of want to unfold it like that. So here's the funny part. Here's the head, here's the tail, and you've got everything else going on in between. Now, I do believe the way you want to do this, you want to grab the top of the head and the bottom of the head and bring it forward like this, as best you can anyways. Bring them together like that. And then the sides of the neck here will just sort of close in and around like that. Now, that is on an assumption that I assume, that's how it's going to work. The tail has a similar transformation, but a little different if I remember correctly. Okay, so I'm going to pop that off the thing for a second. Okay, so that needs to come down there. This is trapped under there. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay, so let's put this back on there if I can. If I can get it in there. Okay, so these need to split. This needs to come out. Actually, this is way easier with it kind of broken apart. So this is how complex this tail was. This took me a long time to figure out, and I didn't even figure it out on my own. I had to consult the instructions. So like, see how this is on all kinds of swivels and stuff? That in and of itself makes things difficult. So we're going to just extend the tail all the way out like that. And we're going to bring this section in like this. And then I think, I could be wrong. I think it just shuts in like this. I could have sworn there were some wonky rotations in there, but I think that was really all I needed to do. But the fact that collapses one way, collapses another way, collapses in another way, that got super confusing when doing it. So let's get that in there, and then we'll get the tail situated here. I think that is about good. Now for the arms, I do believe you want to bring them out, split, and of course they rotate. Oops, nope, that one goes. So I have to pause, rotate, that's correct. Okay, so we want that, and then we want the front ones, rotate them forward, use those elbows, and then rotate the claws around. So I think it's supposed to do this number, like he's crawling, like that. And then we want to do the same thing over here. So rotate all the way around. Spin that around. Spin your clauses. Pull out, rotate, flip. Nope, flip, and then rotate. Could be wrong, but I think that is how that's supposed to go. And you got the head just kind of flopping about here. So that does thing there. I don't think there's any other body transformation parts. I think that's it. Let me consult the instructions just right quick. Yep. Okay, so that is actually correct. It was a little weird. So the funny thing is, like, just trying to do that out of the box was incredibly complicated. If you go watch the out of the box review, you will see how much I struggled with it, and I struggled with it for a long time. And he does look really neat. I would almost say more like a Komodo dragon more than an alligator, but I get it. Or a crocagator. He's got upper and lower teeth, and the face doesn't really go down. But if we speak of the face there, you've got some nice translucent orange eyeballs sort of in there. I wish they painted that, not just left it translucent. The mouth does open up really nicely wide. Of course, all the same painted details. You got hoses and things like that. Around the bottom of the belly here, you got this thing going on. So, I mean, we didn't really gain any new details. Neck articulation and stuff, the neck does rotate. It does go up and down. Down. Do we have a hinge here for the neck? Nope. Legs, obviously, big old ball joints there. And obviously all the claws and stuff can do things. You can lay flat if you want him to swim. I assume you can. Like, do that number. So he's like swimming. Swimming in women, sort of. Yeah, I'm sorry. Apologize. There's some waggle to the tail, kind of. So you can go up and down, a little bit of side-to-side motion. And if you're down for it, you can give him one of his, like, weapons. Which is cool. I mean, I wish it was painted, not fully translucent. Like, I mean, they did it for the other one, the whale bot. Oh yeah, so there's a hinge. There's a hinge on that ball joint as well. That's interesting. Okay. So you can actually get the legs out a little bit further. I didn't realize that. That's cool. All right. Nice. All right, but one thing he does have, which is cool, is down here, if you notice on the belly, he has a big old gap. So you can store spare fishy down there. And as we know, weapon storage is always good. That's right. And I know I normally do that on Gunpla, but hey, it works here too. But there we go. We got a nice roaring crocagator, as it were. And we'll bring in the one from last time with our little rhino friend. It's super hard to see on this background. So new mold, which is cool. And then we'll bring in, no, let's bring in the king. Where's the king? Bring in the king of penguins. Right there. Also, for size comparison, you could totally eat one of the penguins if you wanted to. And we have a D10 still. These are all things still up from the previous review, as if you can't tell that. So yeah, I mean, it's a good size. It's kind of long. I think, technically speaking, Pinchy is still longer with the claws and everything. But it's of a good size. And I still say the shark is going to be based off of this body. It makes the most sense just looking at the engineering. And it's something they keep doing. So with their all-new, like, dinosaur line, with the brachio, the what I can't think of, plesiosaur, they all are based off very similar models, and they just showed off a stegosaurus. They also have like a weird, like a mythical lion thing, and then like a other kind of big cat also coming. So those are all going to have to be in the SHOKY stable of box creatures. But for the most part, this one is pretty neat. I will have to get the smoke version as well. So that's just that. But guys, let me know what you think down below. Give me a big old thumbs up if you like it. And of course, if you want to see the out-the-box reaction to this video here in about a week, go over to the secondary channel and go watch that. Or if you want to see that first, when I first get these things and actually look at them in the box, or out of the box, I should say, go over to the Patreon and sign up for, you know, a little amount of money per month. Would definitely help grow these channels. I don't push the Patreon as much as I used to, but by all means go do that. And of course, if you want to help support in other ways, the merch store is always in the description down below. I do have new merch, so go check that out. But I'll see you guys on the next review. And remember, as always, to keep on nerding.